OKFM 101.7.
Honorable Alhaji Inusah Fuseini, a former MP for Tamale Central. Teacher Inusah, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Ramadan Kareem.
Ami Ramadan Kareem, so the same thing to you.
Thank you.
Now, who boko there?
Ami Mubako.
Anan wada. Ena letter Babontain. Na letter no if you want wa executive secretary to the president or Trodia clerk of parliament. Na transmission of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2024. Now, it has come to the attention of this office, that why the president and other senior officers of the presidency were at Pediase for a cabinet retreat on Thursday, 14th March 2024. You attempted to submit the Human Rights and Family Value Bill 2024 to the Jubilee House for the president to signify his assent or otherwise to the bill. We can't be a clerk of parliament committee because he attempted.
Clerk of parliament and committee crime, yeah. The letter is an embarrassment, a shameful. Indeed, the Nana Akufo Addo has exposed the office now to ridicule.
Why?
Wama is executive secretary actual letter no. Media my GAD says say Nana Akufo Addo is rolling back our democracy.
Oh.
Nana Akufo Addo, any first person, the oil president, and has taken an action. The Supreme Court says that action is unconstitutional. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the legislative power of parliament. And I did the say, and I believe seriously, say, because Nana Akufo Addo has failed, he's making the conditions, he's creating conditions for people not to trust in our democracy. Because Nana Akufo Addo is a lawyer. Bidia too is a lawyer. Nana Akufo Addo, can you know you're a member of parliament? 3-term member of parliament. Nana Akufo Addo, court in 1992 to restrain the president then, Jerry John Rawlings, from using public money to celebrate the 1st December. Okay.
Yeah. Kaipa.
Identity, because now it violates the spirit and letter of the Constitution. Nana Akufo Addo, and then only bedia to you now, say the legislative power of parliament under Article 93(2) is vested of Ghana is vested in parliament. The legislative power of Ghana is vested in parliament, subject and is exercised subject to the provisions of the Constitution. So, how is the power exercised? Article 106. Article 106. Article 106 say, almost the parliament exercising the power to passes a bill. That bill cannot become law. This is Oman Penyin Ayeden assented to it. Yes, sir.
Sanity.
Now, Oman Penyin constitutional and Kase Chinchilla on signing. Or say when the bill is presented, the bill having been passed by Parliament, is presented to the President. No? Or how many days?
For 7 days.
7 days. To signify the assent and on
the otherwise of it.
On the refusal. So it is not writing such a nasty letter. Because
even if Obi at the Assembly Court to injunct the process, and nothing
even there.
Nothing stop the president from receiving.
Saying that I will sign.
Yeah.
Article 106, 7 or 8 of the Constitution. Could they carry on?
Mamin ready Article 106.
7 thereabouts.
Yeah, okay. 7. Where a bill is passed by Parliament is presented to the President for assent, he shall signify within 7 days after the presentation to the Speaker that he assents to the bill or that he refuses to assent to the bill.
So there is no compulsion. There is no compulsion. And now there is compulsion.
No.
And over the bill, they have presented a bill to Parliament. Whether you are a pediatrician or you have gone to the moon, over the bill will office. 1067 say you can assent to it. 7 days, within 7 days, assent to it, or refuse to assent to it. Now, see, when you refuse to assent to it, you have how many days?
Where the President refuses to assent to a bill, he shall within 14 days after the refusal, A, state in a memorandum to the Speaker any specific provision of the bill which in his opinion should be reconsidered by Parliament, including his recommendations for amendments, or inform the Speaker that he has referred the bill to the Council of State for consideration and comment. 90. The question is, Speaker, one show be and command.
What refuse? What? Bill no. What's the moment from Babu?
But you know, no. In law, you can't put something on nothing.
On nothing.
You can't put something on nothing. It would again. I did just talk about that. No matter what lawyer Inusah Fuseini said. While I was away, I learned that you came to my house to beat me, ostensibly to beat me.
No. So, what's your letter? Man, who letter no?
You attempted to come.
Man, kind letter no. Then I'm presuming, sir, in that letter, you are asking me to pay you your debt. And wouldn't you say me in this car?
You qualification as attempted wasi.
Attempted what? To serve me. Now, a court reads. A constitutional essay where a bill has been passed by Parliament, it shall be presented to the President. A constitutional casa. And
an article you read yesterday and said, as I said, or indicated to the Speaker of Parliament, not the Clerk of Parliament.
In constitutional law, Article 106 is what we call procedure.
Procedure.
It's a procedural limitation on the exercise of powers of Parliament. It's a procedural requirement for a bill to become law. Non-compliance with Article 106 will make the law void.
Mm-hmm.
So,
wow.
So you need to comply. It should be presented, but because you say the president can have objection, and I said that Waganam.
Mm-hmm.
In 2006, Ghana was debating the domestic violence bill. Okay.
Yes, I remember.
And there was a provision therein. That was the year I went to Parliament. And I'll tell you my connection with the bill. There was a provision therein that spoke to consent, about consent. It did not distinguish between wife, married man, and woman, and rape within a domestic setting.
Yeah, I quite remember. Yeah.
Formulate Parliament passing law. No, they command President Akufo. The President Akufo see on signing.
Because Ekoya meaning said there is no now. Okay.
When they're shaving you, you don't rub your head.
I like that.
So the Akufo say mean signing, and my reason for not signing is that I object to the inclusion of that clause in the bill, or for where the bill by Parliament. That was the year I went to May. I was in Parliament. That time the minister, the member of Parliament who was the chairperson of the Gender Committee was a woman who had become the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. My refuge, she was a lawyer. Kufo brought it back to Parliament. Then I had just come, rookie, Parliament, lawyer, come. And my election, was a by-election. It attracted attention of many people, and they knew that a lawyer had come to Parliament. And then when they brought it back, the Speaker, Bejinan, said to use a referee Emma Gender Committee together with the Constitutional, Legal, and Parliamentary Affairs Committee. I was passing by them when they were meeting in the lobby, parliamentary lobby. They said, "Oh, the woman, the chairperson of Gender Committee. Oh, lawyer, we are considering President Akufo on Sani. Until we are considering this thing. Can you assist us?" As if a revelation. As if a revelation. Me file bill, the man read it, combined my understanding of no need for consent in marriage under common law, combined it with the requirements of domestic violence, juggled the words, and formulated a clause for them. That ended the meeting.
Because it was 2006, and in the public, will be as, hey, now my name is Kwada, no,
that is it.
Yeah, that was, I remember.
That is why I respect President Akufo. I disagree with him on certain politics. But in many cases, I respect him. He didn't say, "Mefa number." The thing came to him, or GA. He said, "Oh, means signing Article 1067. Means signing Article 1068. I did the Emma means, I did the Mijina to say means signing and say, I object to the inclusion of this clause in the bill. One suggested amendment. Now, or the letter, any bill, by Parliament. Parliament was forced to reconsider it.
No, Mami Misadia will never way.
Until I say, Nana Akufo Addo. You don't understand the man. This is a man who, before he became president, everybody thought that he was a fine lawyer.
And he is.
Becoming president.
And he is.
I now have my doubts.
But Balo, Buamikakra Ewaha. Is there an interlocutory application before the Supreme Court?
The real question you have to ask is that, and his father, Nana Akufo Addo's father, decided that matter. Mushi and Bejina. If you have not read the case, you should go and read it again. Can you injunct a person who has been lawfully entrusted with a duty and is performing the duty according to the procedure stipulated in the law? Can you lawfully injunct that person?
Loy.
A law no na ema na juma say onye law no actually say the obeye juma no or the law no chi eye juma no or follow procedure law no see say juma no be follow this procedure or follow this procedure what me ko court echo injunctive sane bakrono so we a lawyer
now
then you are virtually saying that the law is amended
law bajo se men san ka krata bia mitimi twa ho response
enfa that's speculative
because obi bu sam say ukona clerk of parliament kwa say me pa jo me fa bibia mre wa una akoma sam say was you attempted was I did not attempt.
The fact is even that the court has no speculative jurisdiction.
Only speculative jurisdiction. Okay.
Say obi ako court say build the a passy. It will affect the human rights of others.
Now, Mami Musadie.
The court cannot say that you are injustice. You must demonstrate that when the omofa a pass bill no and the constitution no and standing orders and bill no and your bill and gazette and yet it is not introduced under certificate of agency. Now, say Parliament meets our requirements no. You have to wait because the court has no speculative jurisdiction. So that the law can be passed, the bill can be passed, assented to, it becomes law. Then you challenge it that it is inconsistent with the Constitution because it violates certain provisions of the Constitution.
Now, can the clerk of parliament ebetimi atro krata e de akoma presidency no without notifying parliament ana?
Now, clerk of parliament no why. Only the administrator. Inti the parliament I take a decision or no over convey decision. The speaker say parliament okay, so parliament is constituted by 275 MPs and the speaker. The speaker I take a decision. I mean the parliament I take a decision. Then the decision is communicated to the president. It is the clerk who delivers the decision.
Oh, okay. Now, so parliament because how do I do say?
No, it's a procedure.
But how do I do say? One time,
the speaker will sign. Next, clerk never sign. The speaker will sign, and then and even in some cases the clerk signs.
Okay.
And they deliver the letter.
Mami Musadie bako. Honorable na do say clerk of parliament no na kire wo ebre ko a wa attempt say wo dey ko. If sir or yes wo dey ko a eno no ebem say.
Oh, so the court, you see what happens is that my deputy clerk, principal clerk or something, Ebenezer Emmanuel Jutro. Mahu, when John Dramani Mahama was in office, how he presented bills passed by Parliament to the president, because on several occasions, with the president, no the bills na bias. Didn't Mahu minim procedure no? Oba okura register because bill no the president esania it will be recorded and numbered. That's when it becomes law, so it will be given a number. So Ansania, and if there are many bills that he has to sign, the numbers are according to which one he signs first. So he can sign 3 bills in a day. They will have 3 different numbers, depending on which one he signs first. Okay.
Me too.
So, but before that, no, the president will be informed that, or the speaker will, because the clerk cannot just get up and go to the presidency. The speaker is sending the clerk, or Parliament is sending the clerk to bring such and so bill for signature. To inform and they will arrangements with that. So, but you let them at baby every it seeks to portray, say, they were being ambushed. It's not so.
Because while they were away, you sought, you attempted.
No, it's not so. It's not so. So you see, honesty is very important in governance.
Mm-hmm.
Honesty, transparency is very important. And the president and his executive secretary acted in ways that clearly exposes them as being arrogant and full of themselves.
How the arrogance say? Because we'll say, my main read is
public officer who yet Juma the same work but in different capacity. The public officer. A bench can omode tuauka.
Ayi na anu mi wade bi.
Last paragraph no.
Me ba na
in the circumstances.
What say? In the circumstances, you are kindly requested to cease and desist from transmitting.
Who is cease and desist? Parliament or who?
The bill. Just a jai. Not true. Who feel who cry?
No, Parliament or who?
It's strawberry and ambiguity.
Clark Ankata has no power of his own to transmit a bill. Parliament.
In his capacity as what? Or who?
So, in whatever capacity, he's just contemptuous of Parliament.
Wow. Now, let me be say, we are executive secretary to the president here. You can't say civil servant.
Oh, we are the public servant. So, about second over the Oka.
One of the Oji, and because of that, would Oji, Bosonia kept yet said you'll be AGB. Oh, wow. And I only Article 71 holder, so.
Only Article 71 holder.
Tell can you be asa?
So you see, and I don't know. I remember when
because I know who did tell me bisasano. Me who former secretary to former president. Now oyi na you pay slip from the controller and accountant general department. The pay slips, I pay slip no. Now say need to say na so just anyo. Na mum dia na ba wo ho na adwuma no yede. For that, even so, say, Omanpenyem ko 4 years pay slip extra in 2000. You wait for him. Oh,
I think he was getting up to 5,000 Ghana cedis.
Oh,
so yeah. So after pay slip, I mean, that's why we don't talk about it.
Wow.
But me say, as executive secretary, are you oblivious? One name. And I want I did the nipa ka efawo principal home. So see on board there, on board parliament, on board one thing. Now we are executive secretary. Is it not your responsibility to help protect him, manage him, and make sure that he can endear himself to the people? And do you perpetuate that perception? You are executive secretary. Or another video to say, Onka say, one tisadiano. This letter exposes Nana Akufo Addo as a terrible dictator. And
no, the words are very harsh.
No, it's terrible. Because you are a president.
The word is dictator and America.
We say you are a president. Let me tell you why it's a dictatorship. You have to cease and desist. Who is he talking to? And our dictatorship in your English word.
English word.
Listen to Parliament.
What's that? Not you as a clerk of Parliament.
This is drawing the attention.
Okay.
You don't get it? If I were executive secretary, I would say that in the circumstances, you are kindly requested to hold on to the presentation of the bill to the president for assent or otherwise until the determination of the matters raised in the writs at the Supreme Court.
So where Panika sao? It's me. This office is aware, that is the paragraph 2. This office is aware of 2 pending applications for an order of interlocutory injunction, both filed on 7th March 2024 in the Supreme Court in the name of Dr. Amanda Odoi, and then the Speaker of Parliament, and then the Attorney General, and then Richard Sky versus the Parliament of Ghana and the Attorney General, and also to restrain the President from signifying his assent to the bill pending the final determination of the matter. Now, one the Mibusan said, once an action has been commenced before the court, automatically in janty process no na.
Oh, Nka would be said Brentua. We would have loved to hear his answer, because in the e-levy matter, the matter had been sent to court, Anna.
Sure.
And then
bedi atu no na okano, bedi atu. Bedi atu na obonidi no. Ai, oka Brentu.
Oh, bedi atu, sorry.
Okay.
The matter had been sent to court. Yes, sir. The very day that it was signed, it was passed, it was forwarded to the president. The next day, no signing. It didn't become law.
Baby, under a certificate of agency.
No, there's no certificate of agency in signatures. It's a bill that is under certificate of agency, but not a signature of the president.
Wow.
So you see, you don't approve it and reprove it. So you don't approve it and reprove it.
But what is the president, and maybe all your public, can say, not under his tenure as president of the republic, and you will legalize it.
I'm not even talking about that. I don't want to go to the merits of the case.
Sure. Okay.
Today, me and you are talking about adherence to the Constitution. I did here in kind government at the A levels and our senior secondary school. I did here constitutionalism, limitation on the exercise of powers of the various branches of government. And then, I mean, this whole conversation is about that.
Sure.
Now, whether or not the power, the authority exercised by the presidency in prohibiting the parliament from presenting a bill passed by parliament to him for signature or otherwise, no, is lawfully founded. That's all that we're discussing.
Yes.
That's the question. And my view is that a need to so.
Say
situation the president and the presidency are acted to know has already been provided in the constitution.
Edi what famuno na senka wo ya attempt to cross wo mo de ko receive na mo receive we are no ma twa krata ko mo say because of this pendency of seats.
Now Yakupon Shirao.
Okay.
That's why you need advisors around the president. I don't think the president has advisors.
Oh, Obi. Oh.
Oh, only be. So what be also on T. Because you see, receiving, nobody will know that the thing has been presented even by the time you receive it. Wait 7 days. Wait 30 more days. That's how many days? 20 days. On the 21st day, write the letter Brintu has written.
Okay.
What will be your problem?
That is a political administrative.
If you want,
Okay.
if I were advising my president, I would say, oh, no, Mr. President, refer it to the Council of State under Article 90. Because it's not a bill, an agent bill. The Council of State, after 7 days, the Council of State has 30 days. Cumulatively, how many days?
Now what shape? I'll call back 41 days. No, 51 days. Sorry.
Yes.
There's a walk out, but me a delay no. I said, when was some aqua court now? Yama adjournment. Who's about this? I Johnny said to you.
So, the Council of State for a more advisor. Then they forward it to Parliament. Then I, as an appointee of the president, I've insulated the president against public ridicule. And that's how you protect your president. That's how you protect your president. You use the laws to protect your president.
Is it born out of international pressure, Biana?
No, not pressure, Biana. It's born out of arrogance.
Why arrogance?
Because laws no war. Laws no war. So you can treat the laws with contempt and still expect sympathy from us. No.
Now, in this circumstance, Parliament
my brother, before 1982 to 1992, we were ruled by a military man.
Mm-hmm.
In 1992, he committed himself to a democratic rule.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me one instance that Rawlings refused to obey the Constitution.
Because he was surrounded by the PV Obeyings, the Kojochi Katas.
People told him that having committed yourself to a democratic rule, you have to abide by the constitutional provisions. In fact, there's a story that the Constitution was printed in big letters and posted on his bedroom wall. In the morning he got up, he saw the Constitution on his wall.
Now we'll the abridged version, and I say,
not even abridged version. You were a celebrated human rights lawyer, a constitutional lawyer, the person who argued Apollo and the Attorney General. Disobeying the Constitution.
Wow. Papa says, Parliament said, "Dear, no bet me aye."
Oh, letter. Drawing his attention to the provisions of the Constitution and saying that they presenting the bill to him, and let's hear what he will say.
Okay, Papa, na me no wasi anope.
Yeah, then that's it.
Miss me that's pa. Papa, I need to go. Honorable Alhaji Inusah Fuseini, a former MP for Tamale Central. Woye mranimuni kese na yene no atwetwe enkomo afa.
OKFM 101.7